welcome in. Let's check in on Nicola Bulley and PNN Engineering Design Limited and see about that paperwork and Nicola Bulley's inquest. And with that, let's get into it. Then I start to look more into the papers filed for PNN, and I found an address attached to Nicola, which is about 2 miles from St. Michael's on the wire. I also want to touch on some of the things that Paul said back in February. Let's start with the inquest that's going to take place in June. I truly wish I could be there for that because it says that the public is allowed. What really happened to Nicola? Honestly, what happens now? An autopsy, the inquest, the cause of death. The one thing that really bothers me regarding everything that has come forward regarding Nicola is the fact it seems to me the only concern over the media and the public is the fact that it was leaked that Nicola had premenopause or whatever it is that she suffered from. The whole entire day on January 27th makes absolutely 0 sense. And for those of you that do not know what an inquest is, I had to look into it a little bit because that is new to me. So let me touch on that real quick. What is an inquest and when does one need to be held? When someone dies, their death will be reported to the coroner if it was unexpected or unexplained. When a body is found, or if their death is in any way suspicious, if a death is considered to be due to natural causes, where death is caused by a disease running its full course or no other intervening factors such as old age, an inquest is not required. However, a coroner must hold an inquest if the cause of death is unknown, if the person might have died a violent or unnatural death. Once a death has been reported to the coroner, an investigation will commence, which usually starts with a post-mortem. In Lancashire, post-mortems are usually non-invasive and are carried out simply by undertaking a CT scan, but occasionally a full internal post-mortem is required. Interested parties are identified at the beginning of the investigation. These can include relatives of the deceased, the executor of the deceased, will or person appointed as the deceased a personal representative, solicitors acting for the next of kin, insurers with a relevant interest, anyone who may in some way be responsible for the death, such as NHC Trust or others at some special risk, or appearing to a coroner to have a proper interest. And in Lancashire, who can attend an inquest and where are they held? Well, inquests are open to the public and the media. The final inquest, it can take as little as 10 minutes or as long as several weeks. And we know Nicola Bulley's official date has been set for June 26th, 2023 in Preston, which the coroner will rule on the cause of death. The body's released to the family. Why are we having to wait to June 26th? And why can't they release the initial CT scans or let us know if they did an internal? Something is just not right with this from day one. Let's jump into PNN because we knew that Paul had to file paperwork for the business where Nicola is partners with him. But the address connected to Nicola, which is less than 3 miles down the road from where she disappeared, is in a caravan park. Like, what in the entire F is going on? And how is this even considered an accident or an attempted suicide in a river that you could walk in? Yeah, something just reeks. We know that we can find 4 businesses that are and were connected to Paul. 2 of them, Paul and Nicola, P&N Engineering Design Limited. The address that the office is registered to, which I am going to put into maps and show you after this on a road trip, that is that post office place that is 3.5 hours south. Incorporated on March 28th, 2018, accounts overdue. Next accounts are made up to March 7th, 2022, due by December 7th, 2022. Last accounts are made up to February 28th, 2021. Confirmation statement. Next statement date, March 27th, 2023, due by April 10th, 2023. It is April 6th, 2023. A filing history, March 10th, 2023. A striking off action suspended. Action under Section 1000 of the Companies Act of 2006 has been temporarily suspended as an objection to the striking off has been received by the registrar. People: Paul Ansell as a filter officers. Persons with significant control: Mr. Paul David Ansell and Nicola Jane Bulley. And remember this address: 3 Larbeck Mews, Garstang Road, Larbeck, Preston, United Kingdom. And they both have ownership of shares more than 25%, but not more than 50%. All right, let's go on a road trip. Paul is registered to this day, and the address are registered to Nicola at a caravan park. Why is Paul's office a 4.5, or does he just use that address? And this is where Paul's office is registered. Porthcawl, Wales. What is going on with Google Maps tonight? Alright, here we go. We have a St. Michael's on the wire and down a Garstang Road where they were looking for anybody that had a surveillance footage. Dashcam, CCTV. Let's see if we can get closer. I can get to June of 2021. Did they used to live here? And like I said before, this is the address that is related to Nicola and Paul's business. And then 2 miles down Garstang, Larbeck to the wire, or roughly 3.19 miles. Did they used to live in the caravan park? That is very strange. What is Paul Ansell up to with these businesses? Alright, tell me what you think, guys. I want to hear from you. I know I'll never wrap my head around this. Something is just not right. I am still convinced that Willow and the phone were brought back to that bench. She didn't have enough time to fall in the Wire River and nobody see her for 23 days. Even Paul didn't believe that she fell into the wire. But what is the connection to that caravan park? And don't forget, the one who found her phone was the owner of the caravan park where she was walking Willow. Right there, caravan park. And here's Garstang Road. Honestly, make any of this make sense. I truly hope that they are investigating this as a homicide. I just can't imagine her accidentally, on purpose, and none of it makes sense.
Yeah, totally normal. The only difference that morning was, usually, when you've got children, getting up on a school day. You probably know yourself is just mayhem, isn't it? Absolute carnage. And we're always up a little bit too late sometimes and trying to get them to have their breakfast and sort all. The only difference on that morning 2 weeks ago was that there wasn't a lot of rushing. I came down and a lot of stuff was already done. The girls were having their breakfast and everything was pretty much ready to go. I came down, Nikki went upstairs to get ready. The routine is basically if Nikki is taking the girls and Willow, when I hear her come down, I'll get them in the car. It's a well-oiled machine normally, and if it's my job, usually the roles were reversed.
Drop your comments below, but with that, guys, it is a wrap. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications so you do not miss the next time we drop a video or go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.